Hey guys, artist illustrator Joshua Witteridge here, and today I don't have a video on fitness and health like I've been doing, which by the way, if you've been voting for me for Mr. Health and Fitness 2023, I truly appreciate it. Let me make that little heart here. I truly appreciate it. I've been #1 in my group for the past month or so, and last night I moved up to the top 10 guys, and starting in June, they will be doing revotes every week. So thank you for keeping me #1. I truly appreciate it. But today I'm going to talk about what exactly that I do. So I am an illustrator, but I'm also a graphic designer. I design children's books. I will put together books for authors. I do designs. I do creative logo designs. I can do designs for t-shirts, for merchandise, pretty much anything like that creatively. So I just wanted to show you all different examples of what exactly it is I do. One second, I forgot something. So right here I have a stack of books, children's books that I've worked on, and I will those are on Amazon. Sorry, my mind goes blank every now and then. So what I do is I illustrate. For example, here are some illustrations. I'm just gonna randomly pull these. So these are illustrations, and I illustrate by hand with watercolor and ink on a desired size. And I will scan them in, and I'll work on them digitally, and I will spruce them up and clean them up, add to it, embellish, like that. So I illustrate books. And then, depending on the contract and jobs, I'd go a step further and I will design the children's books. So here are some examples of books that I have designed. I did illustrations, designed them, the whole shebang. So they range from, depending on if you self-publish, also assist authors in self-publishing, and I always recommend KDP, which is affiliate of Amazon, and Ingram Spark. But I have worked with a lot of pulp authors who use a plethora of other presses. But all the presses are usually the same. They're basically self-published. You're just paying them to do it, so it makes sense for you to do it yourself. You can save money, and you just hire a graphic designer, illustrator like myself. So I've done this book. See, so graphic designer, I will do the front cover, back cover, text. I will choose a font that I feel goes with the story. I put the book together, title page, copyright, dedication. So the flow of the illustrations, the flow of the text, is basically all that I do. And every book looks different. This is a hardback. This is through Ingram Spark. Here's another one. So hardbacks, obviously I would have to do a spine. See? The same. Flow of the book. If it's a simple book like this, usually it's like an illustration on one side and text on the other. I'll put a little something on that text page, so it's not just text blank, it's got something there. I designed that book. Same thing with this, Butterfly Butterfly by Jim H. Kelly. This is actually a proof. This is the official book. The official book sold on Amazon has more fuller illustrations, but this, I'm very proud of this book. This book came out so beautiful. Design, this is the author's idea. Have a to from given on this date. Copyright. And we do the flow of it. So I have a flow going on. We're introducing For those hoping to fly, and then we have this little illustration going on. There's a butterfly flying away. And then we start the story. So illustrations, text placement, double spreads like this. And so on. Okay, we'll end it. So I designed this book, and when I say design, front cover, back cover, illustrations, text placement, flow, spot illustrations. When I say spot illustrations, I mean like just random. I like something on every page. So just random spot illustrations like this. These are spot illustrations. This is a spot illustration. Stuff like that. There's another one. Learning about you, preventing type 2. You know, and every book's different. Sometimes the author wants their picture in the back and a description, a little bio, as well as the what the book is about. You know, and I always like the title page to be different from the cover. This is another cool book, and the cool thing about this book is that there is something on every page, illustration, text. But this, the author wanted to do an activity and recipe, which I think was awesome. So we have healthy recipes back here. This book is a book about being aware of being healthy to prevent type 2 diabetes. So we have recipes. So I did all the slide illustrations, recipe, and an activity at the end. Spot illustrations, text placement, everything. Acknowledgements. There's another one. It's cool to be kind. Text flow, illustration flow, so on. The little garden fairy, same thing. Opposite Johnny. So those are children's books. These two are, this is an example of a book I did not illustrate, but I did design. It's called Freddie's Symphony. The illustrator was actually the author's deceased mother. She wrote this book, she illustrated these pictures many years ago, many years ago. And it was in a very rough state, the book. They wanted to republish the book currently and have everything like fresh, new design. So I designed it, the cover, back cover. And as you can see, this space is the original illustration by the original illustrator, and I just put that and I dazzled it up. Same thing, these elements in the background of this burst is original illustrations, and I would just take pieces of the illustration and place them and then put that burst over it. Same thing with here. I took pieces of the illustrations, put it together, designed it, text placement. Same thing here. I did all this. Same thing with this. And then we start the story. So here, basically what I did was, this wasn't a thing. All of this was on this one page, and I basically deconstructed the original illustration to add elements on this side. Kind of like a copy paste and manipulation type thing. So I created this using the original illustrations. So text flow, illustrator flow. I designed this book. Same thing with this. So that's an example of me designing a book I did not illustrate. and just put it together and help the assist the author in self-publishing. These two books are not children's books. This is a poetry book with featured my artwork in it by author N.J. McAllister, and this is a memoir. This book actually is very special. This book was commissioned by my mom, but I designed it, put it together, and so on. So this poetry book, basically I got really creative with it. I love it when the author gives me creative license. So I just take a theme that goes with the poetry and I put it together. So, you know, table of contents I designed, the font placement. This is my original artwork, by the way, and I did artwork that when she wanted to feature my artwork, so I did it to go with the poetry. So the flow, text, these little graphics in there. Looks like ink splots, butterflies, ink splots. So that's basically my design right here. Front, back cover. And here's the memoir. That's designed in artwork by me. That's a letter. So I try to make it all different. I'll try to make it creative. These are my drawings I did. These were actually bought after old photographs. The text I made it look like a cursive, made it look like it was written. So I designed it, put it together, and so on. So yeah, that's it. I mean, I have so much more. I also do designs, creative designs, usually do it by hand, and I'll design logos and vectors take me a long time because I do it by hand, and then I have to go on the program and digitize it and trace it and put the colors in and do it digitally, and that takes longer. So I do creative designs and designs for clothing, t-shirts, mugs, labels, anything like that. So there's examples of work I do. Some people think I just illustrate or just do artwork. I do many things. So if you are an author and needed of a design for your self-publishing brand, I can do that, which I've done. For example, this by Stacy Dimmer in Alberton. She designed this book and put it together. All I did was I did the cover, the spine, the back cover. I did the spot illustrations. I did the artwork, random pieces of artwork, and I did her design. Kisachi Press, that's her press that her books are published under, and I did the little logo design, and I have it F here also. So things like that, interesting things that I can do. A lot of authors aren't sure, they hire a whole new graphic designer and a whole new advisor. You don't have to do that with me, not necessarily, unless you just you would much rather another graphic designer or another advisor, but I basically do all of that. I have experience over 11 years of this, so I'm very knowledgeable for self-publishing and illustrating and designing and putting things together. So I just wanted to share that, and today's Friday. Hope everyone has a good Friday, and God bless.